Hey everyone, Gemini family, Dr. P here again. I haven't heard from too many of you guys, although I did notice some really nice emails that some of you guys were inspired to practice. So I've decided that when I feel inspired, I'm going to just start sending you some videos on things that I'm thinking about. Now, this week, I was thinking about improvising. Now, some of us think, oh wow, improvising, I can't do that. That's weird. I don't even know what to do. So I'm just going to give you some things, some ideas. And I think improvising is so cool because it allows you to just play and have fun without thinking about right, wrong, good, bad, making mistakes and stuff like that. All right, so just a short video on improvising, and there are different ways to do that. So here we go. Okay, real quick, this is what I call free improvisation. Free improvisation means you do anything you want just because you're having fun. You can have a thought about what you want to do, or you have no thought. It really doesn't matter. So here, I'm just going to start playing. You can play slow or fast. You can use vibrato or no vibrato. So I'm basically playing with energy. I'm just kind of saying, hey, you know, when I think about music, it's about energy. So therefore, you know, I'm going to practice just different feelings, getting soft, getting loud, getting excited, and, you know, and then maybe getting, you know, calmer or whatever. One thing I do focus on nowadays, though, is keeping my violin put. Always keeping it in the, you know, just a very simple position. Also could do double notes. And plus, you don't have to get too fancy. You can just kind of play. So last thing I'll say about free improvisation, for me, I try not to be predictable. I mean, you could be if you want. You can do whatever you want. I try not to be predictable. So if I'm playing a scale or something like that, maybe I'll tweak the scale so some of the notes are a little bit out of order, or I'll throw in a shift coming up into a position or something like that. So I think if you did that, free improvisation for a couple of minutes, you would feel a lot better, and you would learn a lot about your playing, so that when you were to play normal music, you might feel more comfortable because you practiced for free improv. So free improvisation, very good. Okay, so here we have, you can see my computer set up, dual monitors. Anyway, but even if you don't have dual monitors, you can still do this. So what we have here is a YouTube video, and it's called a backing track. A backing track basically is some guys who recorded, it's sort of like music -1. Back in the old days, you could buy records, and then you'd basically have a concerto or a piece, and it would be the whole orchestra missing the solo. Well, guess what? You would play the solo. So this is the same thing. You got some guys, there's a lot of backing tracks in all different styles. It could be really slow, you know, jazz or pop, or it could be fast fiddle music, it could be anything. You could even ask for the key. Say, I want a backing track in E minor. So this one's in E minor. And it's kind of cute. It's a little cheesy for me, but I think it's fun. So I'm gonna improvise to this. Now, one thing about improvising to this is you know, you could do it in different ways. The easiest way is just to kind of know what E minor is. So real quick, I'll turn it so you can see my violin. If I were to pluck out the sort of E minor mode, so to speak, I'll give you the main notes. A lot of you guys know me already. If you know, when we did some improvisation in the past, I would give you a little chart with where to put your fingers. So we're not really thinking too much about classical notes here. we're just thinking about finger patterns. So for example, on an E minor, you can start on your G. Open G is actually the minor third, so you can use that note. I call it a main note. So you got this. And don't forget, E minor and G major are kind of like relative keys, so you can think G major as well. So look. Now I wouldn't use the C, because the C is kind of a major scale. So I would just go 0, 1, 2. Then I would go to the D string and go 0, 1, 3. Then of course on the A it's kind of the same thing, 0, 1, 3. And then on the E, it's kind of like an O, low 2, and 4. So you have 0, 1, 2 on the G, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 3. Okay, with the bow, it sounds like this. And of course, you say, well, are those the only notes I can use? And the answer is no. You can actually fill in the scales going in between. And what's really neat sometimes is playing some wrong notes. But you don't want to play too many wrong notes, because then it'll sound like you're really not fitting into the music. So you want to make sure that you're mostly playing the main notes, and then you can add stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this right now, and then what I'll do is I'll start easy, and then you'll hear me start riffing, going a little crazy. And I might make some mistakes, but that's okay, because it's improvisation. That's what we're here to do. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Notice I'm using just the main notes, but I'm making up kind of a cool rhythm. Have it, just messing around. So you should try this at home. It's a lot of fun, and it's free. It's on the internet, YouTube. All right, have a great time.